What's up, my fellow legendaries? This is Rainclaws here, and I'd like to start off this video by giving a shout out to Afroman. He's the guy who rendered this video, which makes it look all nice, and there should be a link to his channel in like the upper left hand corner of the video under like a Toro symbol. Now, into team preview, since I don't have a ton of time today, we've got defensive Ferrothorn, mainly physically defensive. We've got either Scarfed or Specs Keldeo. I don't remember what I was using in this particular battle. I believe Assault Vest Kyurem, even though it might be lefties, and then whichever it's not, then Entei's the other one, so it's either Assault Vest or lefties. I'm rocking the Firewater Grass Core, obviously. We've got a Cleric Granbull, my favorite Pokemon of all time, he's got Crunch, Play Rough, it's hard to resist those two, but then on top of that he's got Heal Bell and T-Wave, and we've got Multi-Scale Unite with Dragonite setup stuff. And the other half of the team, we've got two fairies in Togekiss and Sylveon, Porygon Z, Reuniclus, Wailord, and Medicham, which is obviously the Mega. So, now, I wasn't sure what he was going to lead off with. I assumed some sort of defensive Pokemon, but I wasn't sure, so I wanted to set up my hazards with Ferrothorn. So now, the matchup here is Togekiss Ferrothorn. Right now, I was pretty sure he would have Flamethrower, some sort of fire move, but he doesn't, so I just went right for a Gyro Ball. I'm like, I want to see how much I take from a Fireball, how especially offensive this thing is, and I ended up doing a crap ton of damage to it, even though I'm sure he's defensive, because these things are really bulky, and stuff like that. But, apparently he only has Tri-Attack, and Air Slash. So, well, now I decided to go for hazards, because I'm like, okay, he would have gone for an attack to do damage to me if he had Flamethrower. So now I can just set up Spikes. He's not going to go for Magic Coat 2 times in a row if I can just kill him off with Gyro Ball. So now I go for Gyro Ball again, I'm pretty sure here, but I feel like he switches out because he wants to preserve this. Oh, no, he doesn't. I'm pretty sure I kill him with Gyro Ball here. I don't think I try to set up anymore. I believe he gets a burn. Yeah, he does get a burn, which is really nice because I've got Granbull with Heal Bell and Intimidate. It's really nice. Like, everyone's like, oh, freaking, you can use Landorus T and it has U-turn and Intimidate. Well, Granbull is immune to Fairy. Its only weaknesses are Steel and Poison, which are both resisted by Ferrothorn, which is my hazard setter upper, and it gets Heal Bell. I mean, and its two stab moves, there's really not much it can touch. Okay, so he misses Focus Blast here, which is pretty huge, because I would have just about died. I mean, I'm really bulky, but I know that freaking Reuniclus is strong as hell. He might literally be Spexed Reuniclus. If he was Spexed Reuniclus, it would have killed, and then he misses another one, which lets me get all 3 layers of Spikes. Now, this, I'm not sure, this I believe comes into play later with all the Spikes recoil and stuff, and if this was dead, then he would be able to hit my team harder with other Pokemon. But now he has to play around the fact that I have Ferrothorn. Now I got all my hazards, I'm like, I might as well keep it alive. I feel like he's Choice Specs. So we're going to go into Granbull, Intimidate him, and resist a move that would normally have killed me in the previous gen. So this is how much damage a supposedly Spexed Focus Blast does to a Granbull who's only max HP and it's level 50. Yeah. The rest of the investment's in attack. Now he got a special defense drop, so I think I might no, I don't even switch. I'm like, Crunch. This is going to do a lot of damage because I'm max attack. And then it's like, it's for Reuniclus. Now I'm pretty sure here, I either go for Heal Bell, or I switch back into Ferrothorn, because he goes for a Trick Room and I want to bide some time. I think I go for Heal Bell first. No, I don't. He got the special defense drop. I feel like Psyshock might kill me. So I go into my Entei, which based on the way I switched it in, I think it's my Assault Vest Pokemon. Yeah, I think Kyurem is 3 attacks Roost, and I wouldn't give Assault Vest to Kyurem. Yeah, based on the damage, I'm pretty darn sure that that's Assault Vest. Now, I don't take it incredibly well, but that's not terrible. Okay, he's not, obviously not Spec. Oh, he's running Bright Powder, I remember this. Because I was like, I missed freaking Extreme Speed. I'm like, did you really put Bright Powder on? And he's like, yeah, yes I did. So, yeah. So I go back into my Granbull. And now I'm like, okay, you're not going to hit me that hard, I get a free Heal Bell off. Because my Granbull, because the Ferrothorn you should have killed earlier is now revived. well, now I can actually fight with it instead of just setting up hazards, which I've already done. Now, I think I saved this for later because I need this no, I crunch him first, but I need this to intimidate his Mega Medicham, but I don't want to be swept, because everything, well, D-Knight can live a hit because it's multi-scale, but without an Intimidate, like, everything else is going to die to a pure power boosted Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Drain Punch, and Psycho Cut / Intimidate combination. No, / Fake Out combination. Now, he goes into his Wailord, which the way he brought it in makes me feel like it's Scarfed. Now, I go into my Keldeo because I don't want to be a total asshole for taking advantage of the fact that Ferrothorn didn't die. So I switch into Keldeo. Now, I have HP Electric on this Keldeo because and I believe I go for it here just to hit like opposing electric type that can't touch. Opposing water types that can't touch me. Yeah, I do have a little Hidden Power Grass, and it does like nothing. So, well, it did a decent amount, but that's either Specs or Scarf, and it's a freaking Keldeo. So now I go into my Ferrothorn, which is pretty big because he really doesn't have many moves to hit Ferrothorn on his team. So if Ferrothorn was dead here, I wouldn't have been able to bring it in like this, and I would have had to switch into something else, which there isn't a whole lot that really wants to take a Moonblast from this thing, even though he's defensive. Looking at my entire team, Dragonite couldn't take a hit. I don't have Genesect on this team. Granbull was at a low percentage of health. There were definitely like 1 or 2 Pokemon that could, well, it looks like he's not even running Moonblast. It looks like he's running Wish Protect stuff. But we'll never know what his last move is. Or do we? Because I'm pretty sure he attempts to, well, I have 3 layers of spikes, which this is where it's key. Because since I got the Leech Seed off, if he switches to, if he passes his Wish on, he dies from entry hazards. So, either he gets his Sylveon back, and he wastes his screens, or he sacks it, gets a Pokemon up to, like, basically what it takes from Spikes full, because it's bulky Sylveon, and then, I don't know, but then Gyro Ball hits, and then it's like, okay, are you going to recover all that? And it's like, yes, because Sylveon is bulky. You know, here, I'm pretty sure he's not going to go for a Fake Out, he's just going to go for Drain Punch or something. So I'm like, now it's time to use Intimidate. He's not going to switch out. If he switches out, he takes a ton of entry hazards, and then he could just go right back into Sylveon, sack it, and then go into this thing and take like 40% from entry hazards, but I don't think he's going to do this. So he Mega Evolves, and I believe he goes for Drain. No, he goes for Acupressure. Oh, I remember this. But he gets like the worst stat boost. He gets a special attack. I'm like, oh, I apologize, but you really shouldn't be running moves like Acupressure and isn't Double Team banned? Well, anyway. So, I don't feel quite as bad. So now I just go in my Keldeo and I'm like, would you like to die to a Hydro Pump? And he's like, oh, I might as well. I'm not going to have anything that lives one. And he's like, oh, I'm really bulky, which makes me feel like I'm definitely Scarfed. And then he gets Accuracy, which is like the other worst stat you can get. So now, his 100% accurate moves will always hit. And he boosts his special attack. Oh, he had his light screen up. So now, wow, I completely forgot about his light screen, man. That then actually might have been Specs Keldeo then. But, I guess we really won't know. Well, I feel like it's Specs. Now he goes into his Snooze, which if I hit this Hydro Pump right here, the game is done. But I never hit Hydro Pump. So, well, actually, I was pretty lucky this game, but I've had games where I missed like 3 Hydro Pumps in a row, and that cost me the game. But now I lose my Keldeo, which is not that big of a deal. Snooze loses HP, obviously. So now, I'm going into my Dragonite. Dragonite's pretty cool. It's a cool Pokemon. Now he's going to go for Tri-Attack. I'm like, I have Lumberry. It's not going to do that much. I get a free chance to set, but I think this might be his last Pokemon, so I just go for, I go for a Dragon Dance anyway, because I can. I'm like, he might have Ice Beam. I sort of do want to know how much Ice Beam does, and then I can just kill everything off of an Outrage. I'm going to outspeed this thing. Porygon Z isn't that fast. So, Porygon Z gets taken out. So, that's it for Porygon Z. And then he has Wailord. Oh, that's right. So this might be scarfed, but I don't know how fast Wailord is, but I'm pretty sure Dragonite at +1 outspeeds Wailord. I'm pretty sure it's like the same speed as Kyogre. I'm pretty sure that Dragonite has like base 20 more than Kyogre, because its base 90 is pretty slow. So yeah, that was a great game, Derwin. If you want to link yourself below, shamelessly plug yourself, I honestly don't care. Do whatever you want. Again, shout out to Afro. Thank you for recording this battle for me. That was a great help, man. And make sure you go check out his channel, because he has some videos on there. He's got some OU like live stuff, and definitely he has some like giveaways, which I don't know if all the giveaways have passed. Probably have. I always ramble on and on and on, but I feel like it's necessary. So the game was pretty close. I think it was like a 1-0 or a 2-0. I had Kyurem left, and then I had a little bit of HP, and I had Dragonite. I think those are my only 2 left. Peace, YouTube. And if you enjoyed, please drop a like, rating, or comment, or even subscribe if you aren't already. Share if you feel like it, if you feel like your friends are going to enjoy that. And yeah, peace, YouTube.